Next up, speaking of boom, is John Cannon. Give it up, guys.
Evening, everyone. How y'all doing tonight? Good. All right, well, my presentation tonight is Delegate to Fucking Dominate. And we're going to talk about a way that every single one of you, regardless of your revenue, regardless of your staff, regardless of where you are, can find something to delegate that you hate away from yourself and the firm. So everybody's talking about their why. Part of my why is my 3 beautiful children, Faith, Jack, and Holden. And I think that the results that we've had the past 2 years speak for why you should consider implementing the delegation we're going to talk about. 2 years ago, we had $650,000 in revenue, and this past year, $1.51 million in revenue. So we all know the Michael Gerber book, E-Myth Revisited. If your business depends on you, you don't have a business, you have a job. And it's the worst job in the world because you're working for a lunatic. Today's presentation is going to speak to the purposes of delegation, provide you the process that you can delegate any task or any project in your office, teach you about killing your delegation hesitation, and we're going to help you identify something that you can delegate in your firm regardless of where you are, from baby law firm, $100,000 annual revenue, to $5, $6, $8 million a year in annual revenue. So, urgency is key. You have to make the decision first and foremost that you're going to delegate. It's a mindset deal like we talked about tonight. If you just say, it is vital I delegate X, I'd like each of you to think about something that you hate doing in your firm, something you're effing tired of doing in your firm, and fixate your mind on that because we're going to talk about a way you can specifically delegate that task. So I have to stop doing X or Y this quarter. Quit your bullshit. Start with what you want to do and then reverse engineer how you're going to do it, and we're going to give you the tools to do that. So I know some of you may be taking notes. Keep in mind at the end of this presentation, you're going to get a Google Drive link on the screen, and come get it from me later if you have an issue. Every single resource that I talk about during this presentation will be in that Google Drive, and they're free to all of you despite the hours and hours and hours that I've spent on it with my C-suite team and my firm admin, Angelo's here with us tonight. So my delegation urgency, for those of you that haven't heard, first and foremost, Atomic Habits by James Clear. If you haven't read it, you have to. It speaks to the point of fixing your mind on what you want to be, an identity, and then finding the way to get to it. My delegation urgency comes from the fact that I'm a judge advocate in the Oklahoma Army National Guard, and 10 months from now, I'll leave my family, my wife, my children, my firm, and our clients for 11 months on a deployment to Jordan. So I have the urgency of my, what will be a $2 or $3 million law firm by the end of this year is not going to have me for almost a year. Obviously, nobody else in this room has that issue, but you do have ways that you can tell yourself in your mind, this quarter, I'm going to stop doing X, and I'll help you find a way to get to that tonight. So, first, delegation simplification. There's a shit ton of rules on the sheet. Don't try and write it down because you can get a copy of it later. This is a combination of multiple mastermind chat groups, multiple comments by Arjan, Erica's presentation. So I'll let you read them to yourself as I go, because I'm saying a lot of words in 10 minutes. First, it's memorialize what you want to delegate, figure out who can do it, make sure that they're able to do it. Give it a title, give it a name. Don't just make it some vague task. Decide exactly what it's going to be. If it's 50 things, make it 50 specific tasks. Next, define why. Give an explanation to the person being delegated what this is and why it matters. Define the benefit of being done right for the firm and for that employee, and identify what negative impact it will have on the firm or that employee if it's done poorly, whatever the task may be. Give them the tools and resources. This is where we go from delegating with leadership versus just giving someone a task and not helping them. Give deadlines for when it'll be completed, and if it's big enough, work with them on projects. Identify the time it takes you versus them, and then backbreak afterwards to try and find the way to do it better the next time or memorialize it. So these are the aspects of what I call delegation constipation from a presentation by Erica. Again, you'll have these slides, but it's just a different way of saying the Much larger piece of information from the last slide. These are the 7 top reasons that we have hesitation for delegating. So identify for yourself what you think this is a part of, and keep in mind, I see cameras out. All of these slides are available in the Google link that you'll have on the last slide. This is the hierarchy that's been identified by Arjun and the staff. We go from being doers, we go to deciders where we tell people to do things, we begin to delegate, and the highest level is when you're a designer of a system that everything within that system is delegated to others. You can delegate at least 6.5 parts of your law firm. You can delegate your marketing, you can delegate sales, production, the people, the physical plant, the financials, the metrics, and you can teach people who you are in your firm to let them be you, or to be the culture of your firm. And we're going to go through each of those. So where does delegation begin? Starts with thinking of something you fucking hate doing in your firm. I've got a number of those things in my mind right now, and we're working this quarter on me delegating those. But each of you have something, think about that. Regardless of your revenue, this applies to you. So, again, that other section there, if these 6 bullets speaks to your heart, then look at these. Again, you'll get the slides later. Delegate your marketing. Upwork, copywriters, marketing companies. I have 4 separate marketing companies that all do a different task for me, and I vet them every single quarter. You can go to your college, look for college students that are interested in marketing or design. You don't need to pay them $4,000 a month. You don't need to pay somebody from Mexico or South America. You can pick a college student that wants to do what you are teaching them to do, and they'll do it great for you. They're reliable, and if they suck, fire them and pick the next student in their section. And that other slide, that cult of copywriting is a group on Facebook that's private. Message me if you want to join. 10,000 plus copywriters. You tell them what you want written, they do it for you for next to nothing. I've got 4 separate copywriters that write content for our website that is the most powerful in Oklahoma for criminal law and family law. Delegate marketing, specific events. Angela, who's our firm administrator, put this event together. It's a CLE movie night. She did everything from booking the venue to helping me get credit from the Bar Association to getting 4 district judges there, multiple attorneys. She's in charge of it. We systematized it. We're doing it every quarter now. We do quarterly events as a team. I thought that we would try and get 30 Google reviews in 1 month by me bribing my staff to compete with each other. They got 100 in 1 month. You can delegate all of these things to your staff. You can delegate a competition for marketing, for sales, for production, all of these things. Sales. We've got different people in the role of reception, intake, non-attorney sales. They qualify. Intake builds the like and trust. The non-attorney salesperson does the trust and gets the money. And we provide them these tools so that they're able to competently do it. We have oversight, scripting, tools to help them do it, and I'll happily give you all of our tools. Delegate sales. Your dragon can be the fucking badass of your firm, and you can stand next to your dragon while they light on fire all of your potential client sales. And these are the elements that we talk about over and over again of the time, money, reputation. You can teach that, you can delegate it. I got myself out of sales, and it's been massive for the firm. You can delegate the sausage factory. Most of these documents that are the top 10 on the right are in the Google Drive I'm going to share with you that our firm has built, our firm uses, and you can make your own. People. If you have the right people, as Jay Douglas used to teach me sitting on the front row, with the right job descriptions, with the right KPIs, with an understanding of what they're supposed to do, they can be your firm. Physical plant. Run your office. Don't let it run you. When you have the systems in place, the things that you need done in place, and the right people doing them, you can delegate the physical plant. Budget and financial controls. Don't have shitty bookkeeping. Have a CPA. Have a financial advisor. Have someone that helps you with tax. Have tools in place. We're beginning a weekly ATM meeting that I stole from 3M. Somebody called it that. But it's a way for us to look at our financials for marketing, for sales, to conversion every single Monday. And I've delegated that to the other leadership in our office. If you're smaller, maybe you pick college students. Maybe you get interns. Maybe you get law students. If you're bigger, it can be people on your staff. Obviously, you can't fully delegate the you, but you can delegate your culture, which is a huge part of what we add to our firms and that leadership. We do a quarterly retreat every quarter after this event. We spend half the day learning, working on something substantive. We spend the other half of the day having fun and showing our state why we're a firm everybody should want to be a part of. And we've got a webpage dedicated to that, which I stole from Carrie Schultz, wherever she is. This is an axe throwing event we did third quarter. This is a night we rented out a movie theater to watch a movie. That's our quarterly retreat, and you can see Steve Morgan in the background at our quarterly retreat. Laser tag, Christmas party, brewery tour. Delegation takeaways. When you delegate tasks, you can do the things that only we can do as an owner. You can delegate $10 an hour task, $30 an hour task, $350 an hour task to do the $1,500 hour task, the $5,000 an hour task that only we can do as the visionaries of our firm. And you can delegate at any profit level. You can delegate to college students, volunteers, law students that don't know how to be lawyers, that want to just come learn, attorneys, professionals, South America, South Africa. You can delegate no matter where you are in your firm, profit-wise. As Arjan said, April 5th, 2013, on the app that nobody uses for the chat anymore since they took over Facebook, we must make conscious and deliberate decisions to delegate the shit that really doesn't matter that much in the big scheme of things. The decision is the decision. Once it's made, it's time to let others bring it to life for with and in ways you cannot. You can delegate anything to someone who can do it 80% as well as you, and you can double and triple your profits like we have. So, plan, write it out, delegate it, manage it, vote for Face Daddy, me, and I'll leave that slide up with the share drive. If you don't get it, come find me and I'll give you all of our resources from tonight.
Good job.
Awesome.